Yo, what's up guys? It's Overt, and gonna be bringing you a vlog today actually about the UFC. If you guys know me, and who am I to bring you these vlogs? If you guys already subscribed to me, then you know that I train jiu-jitsu. I teach a little jiu-jitsu. I have been doing fighting stuff since I've been about 13 years old. So yeah, I'm heavily interested in the UFC, heavily interested in all that stuff. It's like, I don't know, 11 at night. I just got off of work. And I was going through the news feeds today, and Rampage Jackson, Quinton Rampage Jackson, is actually re-signed with the UFC. Something that I didn't think would happen at all. Look, my seatbelt's still on because I just got home. Keep your seatbelts on, guys. Stay safe. And yeah, if you're new to this, or if you just enjoy vlogs, or you enjoy UFC talk, MMA talk, whatever, I've done these in the past, but I'm more than happy to bring you guys more vlogs, more UFC talk, because it heavily interests me, just as much as everything else I do on my channel. So yeah, if you're interested in these type of vlogs, leave a subscribe, leave a like, I would appreciate it. And let's talk about this real quick. So, Quinton Rampage Jackson, if you guys know who he is, he started off in Pride, and super popular guy, came over to the UFC, and obviously if you know anything about MMA, you know who Rampage is. And pretty famous for knocking out Chuck Liddell and getting that light heavyweight title in the UFC. Fights at 205. Recently, or in recent UFC history, he lost to John Jones, lost to Glover Teixeira, got sent over to Bellator. He actually quit dealing with the UFC because he has, a lot of complaints about it. And he actually went over to Bellator, started fighting for them. He's actually 3-0 over in Bellator. And if you guys know, UFC generally has a top caliber talent. They have the guys that are ranked top 10 in the world. Bellator has a few of those guys, but, overall, UFC has the most. UFC has the most guys there. I don't know, man. Whatever. So, Rampage Jackson went over to Bellator. He fought King Mo twice and beat him both times. And he fought Joey Beltran, I believe, the Mexicutioner. And he beat all those guys. So he's 3-0 since leaving the UFC. And now, surprisingly, he's got complaints about his new employers, which is Bellator. And he said something that I think is a kind of cool saying, but I guess it's not. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of cool, I guess. He said, "You should always stick with the devil that you know." And I don't know how I feel about that so much, but I guess you should stick with what you know, even if it's bad, rather than going to something that's also bad, or something that you don't want to deal with, whatever, but it's unknown. So basically, he's been tweeting lately. At first, when he signed with Bellator, and I watch both the Bellator and the UFC, I enjoy both of them, whatever, big fan of everything, obviously. And at first, when he signed with Bellator, it was all like, oh yeah, forget the UFC, I love Bellator. And now it seems like things weren't happening. I think he was supposed to do some sort of reality show, and that didn't pan out. And then he was supposed to get like PPV points or something, or he was supposed to get something else that didn't work, pay-per-view points, and it just didn't come to fruition, I guess. And so now he's re-signed with the UFC. But with that, of course, Bellator is claiming that they have him under contract still, but apparently they didn't hold up on their part of the bargain for some sort of payment. And in the contract, I guess Rampage got a lawyer, figured out what's going on. They had 45 days to make it right, and he said they didn't, so the contract is actually illegally terminated, and he's going to be re-signing with the UFC. Dana White's excited about it. Rampage is excited about it. And honestly, what does it mean for the UFC? I feel as though, obviously, Rampage isn't going to be the champion. He's not going to beat John Jones. Obviously, he's still a great fighter, but I think that the real reason why he's coming back to the UFC more than anything is because the UFC needs star power right now. So right now, GSP's gone. Anderson Silva's still out of the picture. Some of their champs are shelved for a little while with injuries. Cain Velasquez out. All that stuff is going on currently, and the UFC could really use a little bit of star power. Quinton Rampage Jackson, whether or not, I still think that he could hold his own against top 10 guys, obviously, but whether or not they're not bringing him back, I don't think, to be an elite talent that's going to be like, be top 5 or be top 3 or beat John Jones. He already fought John Jones, and he lost him was it by a chokehold? I believe it was by a chokehold. I don't remember. But anyways, he is coming back, I think, just for the star power mostly. And the more eyes on UFC, the more eyes off of Bellator. Obviously, it makes the UFC look better and everything. And if you guys didn't know, I believe that Tito Ortiz versus Stephan Bonner got something like 2 million viewers at one time. So 2 million guys were watching that. And so obviously household names are still important because you ask the casual MMA fan, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that more people know who Rampage Jackson is than the amount of people that know what Bellator is, you know, and that's how it is. Rampage has been around for a long time, and that's how it is. And I think the UFC is mainly getting this guy back into the fray just because of his star power, just because of the fact that he is still a name, and people will watch Rampage. You know what I mean? People are going to watch Rampage over some guy like what's his name? Rafael Asuncico or whatever his name, that bantamweight guy. I think that people will watch Rampage over him. You know, people are going to watch Rampage over watching somebody like CB Dollaway. They know who Rampage is. And that's just how it is at the end of the day. And so Rampage is back in the UFC. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Let me know if this steering wheel has been in your way the whole time. Whatever, I'm in my car. That's how we get it done, because I just felt like recording a vlog for you guys talking about it. And I like doing these. I've done them before. I haven't done these type of vlogs in a minute, though, just because, I don't know. I don't know why I haven't. I'll be more than happy to share more MMA news and my thoughts on it with you guys. Let me know what you think for sure. So we're going to see how this plays out, if Bellator still has the contract with Rampage, or if it's actually terminated, and how it works. I wonder who he's going to fight next. You know who I think he's going to fight next? I think that he's being brought in to fight Patrick Cummins, if I had to guess. Rampage, big name. Patrick Cummins coming up. Probably going to fight him. Makes it look good. And also, Dana White does have a little bit of a grudge against Rampage, right? Maybe put him in there with a relatively unknown guy and have a tough fight. Who knows? I'm excited, though. Welcome back, Rampage.